The Little Furball. Beginners can watch the tutorial videos and practice the basic stitches by using practice yarn in the kit. The main body of the Little Furball. Work into magic ring. Wrap the yarn around your fingers like this. Make loop around your middle finger. Pinch the yarn crossover. In round 1, start from 1 chain stitch, and then work 8 single crochets. Finally, end with 1 slip stitch. Insert hook into the loop on your middle finger. Yarn around hook and pull up loop. A magic ring is formed on middle finger. Yarn around hook, and then pull the yarn through the loop on the hook. That's a chain stitch. The chain stitch at the beginning and the slip stitch in the end won't be counted into the number of stitches. Then work 8 single crochets. Insert hook into the magic ring. Hook the yarn and pull up loop through the magic ring. There are 2 loops on the hook. Yarn on the hook, pull through both loops on the hook. That's a single crochet. Place a locking stitch marker in the first stitch. Such a V shape on the side stands for 1 stitch. Continue to work 7 more single crochets. Insert hook into the ring, hook the yarn and pull up loop. Yarn on the hook, pull through both loops on the hook. Continue. Eight single crochets are done. Remove the loop from finger. Then pull the yarn tail to close the ring. Pull the yarn tail on the back. Work snip stitch in the first stitch. Insert hook into this marked stitch. Through the underneath of the V. Okay, hook the yarn and pull the yarn not only through the stitch but also through the wrenching loop on the hook. That's a snip stitch. Round 1 is done. Remove the marker. In round 2, start from 1 chain stitch. Then work 8 increases. Finally, end with 1 slip stitch. First, work 1 chain stitch. Then work 8 increases. Increase means working 2 single crochets in the same stitch. First, work 1 single crochet in the first stitch. Hook the yarn and pull up loop. Then yarn on the hook. Pull through both loops on the hook. 1 single crochet is done. Place a marker in the first single crochet. Then work 1 more single crochet in the same stitch. Insert hook into the same stitch, hook the yarn and pull up loop. Yarn on hook, pull through both loops on the hook. 1 increase is done. Continue to work 7 more increases in the same way. Finally, work snip stitch. Round 2 is done. Pull the yarn tail to tighten up. Remove the marker. In round 3, start from 1 chain stitch, then work set off 1 single crochet, 1 increase for 8 times. Finally, end with 1 snip stitch. Let's start. 1 chain stitch first. Then work 1 single crochet. Place a locking stitch marker in the first stitch. Next, work 1 increase, which means working 2 single crochets in the same stitch. One single crochet and 1 increase are finished. 1 set is done. Keep working 7 more sets. We work 1 single crochet and 1 increase as 1 set. Seven sets are finished. Finally, work snip stitch in the first stitch to join this round. Round 3 is done. In round 4, start from 1 chain stitch. Then work set off 5 single crochets, 1 increase for 4 times. Finally, end with 1 snip stitch. First, work 1 chain stitch. Then work 1 single crochet. Place a locking stitch marker in the first stitch. Then work 4 more single crochets. Next, work 1 increase, which means working 2 single crochets in the same stitch. Five single crochets and 1 increase are finished. 1 set is done. Keep working 3 more sets. We work 5 single crochets and 1 increase as 1 set. Continue. 4 sets are finished. Finally, work 1 slip stitch in the first stitch. Round 4 is done. Remove the marker. In round 5, start from 1 chain stitch. Then work set of 3 single crochets, 1 increase, 3 single crochets for 4 times. Finally, end with 1 slip stitch. Work 1 chain stitch first. Then work 3 single crochets. Mark the first stitch. Next, work 1 increase, which means working 2 single crochets in the same stitch. Then work 3 single crochets. Okay, 1 set is done. Keep working 3 more sets. We work 3 single crochets, 1 increase, and 3 single crochets as 1 set. Four sets are finished. Finally, work 1 slip stitch in the first stitch to join this round. Round 5 is done.